Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Down here in the southern hemisphere, Chinese car makers are really turning up the heat when it comes to warranties. BYD now offers a 6-year full vehicle warranty in Australia. The Great Wall Motors goes even further with a 7-year warranty, no limit on mileage. And XPeng, they've promised a massive 10-year warranty, all in a bold move to break into the Australian market. And here's the part that truly stands out. Australians today get to enjoy these long, worry-free warranties thanks to one Chinese brand that paved the way. That brand is the very place we're visiting in this video, MG. At Australia's biggest and most exciting sports matches, you can see MG everywhere. From the kickoff area to the players' jerseys, even to the backdrop of the press conferences, MG is everywhere you look. Through this nationwide exposure, MG has deeply rooted itself in Australian life. And here's something that might surprise you. Just 9 years ago, this Chinese brand was still facing doubts about its quality. But in recent years, MG's annual sales in Australia have even surpassed Tesla's, setting a new record for Chinese car brands in this country. So today, we are heading into MG's Sydney store to find out how they achieved such an incredible breakthrough in Australia. Australia's car market is very unique. It's a huge country with very few people, no local car makers, and every car on the road has to be imported. For a long time, Japanese and Korean brands took the lead. They spent years adapting to the local market and become the dominant players. But in a market like this, MG decided to give it a shot. Back in 2013, they tried to enter Australia through a local dealer. Yet, their very first model ran into quality issues, and their reputation quickly hit rock bottom. With no other choice, MG had to step back for a while. When MG made its comeback in 2016, they introduced the MG3, a compact petrol car that had already been sold in China for 5 years. Its starting price was just 14,000 Australian dollars, about the same as a used Toyota back then. And this hit right at the heart of Australia's unique reality. A population of just over 27 million, slightly less than the city of Chongqing, spread out over land that's 93 times larger than Chongqing itself. For people here, a car isn't luxury, it's a necessity. So imagine this, being able to buy a brand new, reliable car for the price of a used one. The MG3 offered Australians an option they simply couldn't refuse. When it comes to new energy vehicles, MG has followed the same value for money strategy. In 2020, they launched the MG3 EV, priced at under 44,000 Australian dollars. It instantly became the most affordable electric car in the country. Fast forward to August 2024, the bestseller got an even bigger price drop. The entry-level model fell to just $35,000, once again taking the crown as Australia's cheapest electric car. And here is what makes that so incredible. Before MG stepped into the EV market, every single electric car in Australia costs over $60,000. One of the sales reps, Matt, told us that most MG buyers are young people. What matters most to them is simple: good value, a strong warranty, and easy after-sales service. That's exactly why they choose MG.
EV buyers are often environmentally conscious and tech-focused buyers. SUV buyers prioritize family space and safety. I'd say the MG3 customers are usually younger, first-time buyers who care more about affordability. But across the board, customers care mostly about value, money, warranty and service and convenience, and that's why they choose MG.
In an Australian market packed with Japanese and Korean brands, how did MG manage to break through? The key was this: MG offered a 7-year warranty across its entire range. Back then, most well-known brands only give 3 to 5 years of warranty. MG was the very first brand in Australia to step up and promised a full 7 years. And that bold move completely changed how Australians felt about MG, wiping away doubts about the quality of their cars. This strategy worked wonders. In 2023 alone, MG sold nearly 60,000 cars in Australia, making it the only Chinese brand to break into the top 10 that year. And just last year, MG pushed things even further by upgrading its warranty to a full 10 years, a move that forced many other brands to follow.
The way I see things, 7 to 10 years is a pretty common value, common number that when it comes to warranty, when it comes to automotive. Toyota does offer similar warranty features when it comes to the amount of time, so it's a pretty industry standard amount of time. That value has gone up over the years. A lot of car companies in prior years have offered about 4 to 5 years warranty, but 7 to 10 years is a more common trend. So I think it is in line with the rest of the industry. So the ownership of Chinese cars is obviously an option, very much a safe option when it comes to anyone looking to get into the car market.
But MG's success isn't just about value for money or a strong after-sales support. It's about truly understanding the local market and connecting with young drivers. One staff member in the store told us something fascinating. Getting a driver's license in Australia is one of the toughest processes in the world. In China, you can often get a license in under a month. In Australia, it can take years. First, a learner's permit, then Stage 1 and Stage 2 provisional licenses, and only after all that, a full license. She's been living in Australia for 8 years, and she's still on her learner's permit. MG understood this reality. That's why they sent a clear message to local consumers. Your very first car doesn't need complicated features. What matters most is focusing on the pure experience of driving itself. So, when you walk into an MG store in Australia, you'll notice a very common scene. Most of the customers are young first-time drivers. They usually come in with their parents, or they pick out a model they like and then let their parents handle the payment. And what do these young buyers think of MG? They'll tell you the cars look great, the value for money is amazing, and they're perfect for taking friends out for a drive. Rarely do they talk about advanced driving tech or high-end performances. It's all about style and practicality. When it comes to building their network, MG has gone deep on local strategies too. Back in 2013, MG entered Australia through dealer partners, but it didn't work out. Australia only has a few big dealer groups, and most of them sell 2 or 3 brands side by side. It's common to see one showroom selling MG on the left and other brands on the right. But in 2016, MG came back with a new plan, running their own dealerships. 9 years later, MG has built a network of over 100 dealerships across Australia. And in Sydney's main auto sales district, they opened their very first flagship store, standing proudly alongside the big Japanese and Korean brands. After securing its place in the market with petrol cars, MG began shifting its focus towards new energy vehicles. For entry-level buyers, the MG3 now comes in a hybrid version. For those aiming high-end brands, the Cyberster targets the premium sports market. And across MG's main lineup, you can now choose hybrid or full electric versions. Backed by the power of SAIC Group, MG has also been quick to bring more of SAIC's models into Australia. One example, the IM LS6. Yes, we actually saw this model right here in the store during our visit. However, MG's road to electrification hasn't been smooth. Unlike in China, Australia's electric vehicle market is still in a very early stage. Take the area where we filmed this visit. It's only about 10 kilometers from the city center. Yet, on the map, there are fewer than 20 charging stations without a 20-kilometer radius. And most of those stations have just a single charging spot. What's even more surprising, many of these chargers don't even come with their own charging cable. You have to bring your own. And the charging stations at the nearby petrol stations, they were out of service, under maintenance, and completely unusable. Because of the slow development of charging infrastructure, electric cars still aren't selling strongly in Australia. In the first half of this year, EV sales actually slipped a little, while petrol and hybrid car sales went up. Right now, pure electric vehicles make up only 6.3% of all new car sales in Australia. For many new Chinese EV brands entering this market, that's not exactly a good sign. But here's the thing, you can't rush progress. Think about it. It took MG 12 years to rise as a star from China in the Southern Hemisphere. A 7-year warranty that broke through all the doubts. 60,000 cars sold in a year, even outpacing Tesla. And that MG logo shining proudly in every corner of an Australian football stadium. MG has proven with hard facts that true globalization takes time. It means digging deep into every land, finding connection through differences, and growing strong roots locally. That's why even after returning to China 20 years ago, this century-old brand keeps walking further and wider on the world stage. Wherever you are in the world, first take root, then grow. Put others first, and in the end, you'll succeed yourself.